So last time, because I was reading a book or doing something else, being a scatterbrain Lauren, I might have been crying. I don't know. Last time I was doing something, so we got a late start, and consequently we were not able to catch the final star, which we will need to unlock the last star door and some lore and potentially what we need for the what seems to be a 6th floor that we weren't able to access before in the tower. Nietzsche. I see Nietzsche. It's funny, like the digital time capsule, the electric library of the crazy stuff the humans ever did. Like all of that is absolutely true, but then the left behind to warn other species to stay well away is interesting. I mean, that's a little bit of cynicism about humans right there. That's what happened to them. They existed and then they didn't, and they probably wouldn't do it all over again. It's such, I think I enjoyed that the first time around. Like, just the writing is so good. Have I mentioned that the writing in this game is good? Yes, man doesn't trust Elohim. Well, he's what is it, like do we determine he's like kind of a GM AI from, oh man. It seems more like Terry Pratchett to me. There's more love in it, in a way. Or maybe it's more cynical and that makes it more Douglas Adams. It's like, not that Douglas Adams is like the most cynical writer in the world or anything like that, but I feel like Terry Pratchett, they have similarities, but Terry Pratchett is more love and Douglas Adams is more snark. And I am by no means an expert on both writers, but yeah.
Money. Money. I'm rich.
And so
Money.
this guy is from Serious Sam, is that correct? I know we've encountered him before. Not animal tested. I don't think anyone recommends that you read the Terry Pratchett books in order, because they're a bunch of mini like sub-series and they generally stand independently, and most people recommend starting not with the first book. I don't like a lot of the Discworld books, but I finally found some that I did like. As it turns out, I like the ones about the character Death. So there's a few books there. But yeah, no, like, Discworld is not a series to be read chronologically. It has like these little different sub-paths, and if you want to consume them all, you go through and consume them all. But there are, if Chrono were here, he would tell you which one to start with, I think. But yeah, I would go with somebody's recommendation on what to start with, especially depending on what you like. As someone who likes melodrama and tragedy and generally not comedy, I had to have recommended to me the most serious ones with the driest humor and the most warm, loving insight about the human race. Ursula K. Le Guin, on the other hand, is amazing. What are you thinking about starting with her? She was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Truly one of the great writers, science fiction or otherwise, of our era. Where is my star? I should probably figure it out. Does anybody... So Blue's Light, our mod who's not able to make it tonight, sent me a document with some hints and the location of the star. But I'd rather not open that document if I don't have to. So if anybody can tell me offhand where it's located. This really from a distance seriously looked like a couch. Like it was super Ico. Like I was gonna grab Yorda's hand and save the game. Um, Man, it is weird playing games that you have to save because I think I spent long enough playing games with autosave features that I've been playing Wind Waker and it doesn't save for me. Actually, I feel like Discworld and Ursula K. Le Guin are both very good things to talk about in the context of this game because they both dig really heavily into what it means to be human and have some really deep insight. In the case of Discworld, it's sandwiched in among a whole lot of British humor, which for some reason I don't like it, the humor, even though I think that Terry Pratchett himself is really hilarious when he's just being funny. I don't know that I would actually say the ones who walk away from MLS is the most iconic Le Guin. I would say it's the most mainstream, well-known one because the short story is included in anthologies, but it's more of a thought experiment, and she writes a lot of things that have really rich characterization, which Omelas can't really get into. I read a really interesting response story to Omelas that had, I think, similar worth and value. That was about not accepting the way things are, or a world being super, super good because people didn't accept the problems. Just, I don't know. It was good. Okay, Zone 2. Which puzzle is it in, Blue Glass? Or will I be able to figure it out pretty quickly? Like, if I go in, will I be like, oh, it's here? The song. Hello, bzz. Ditch and a fence. So not here. Alright, well I'll try not to get bzz, 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 bzz. Stolen Light, were you saying you recommend that one to me? Knowing my preference for things that are super serious and dramatic and such over things that are funny. The Short Wall, I think I remember that one. Rapunzel! Oh my gosh. God, they're so good with the names. Like, they're frequently funny names, but also really good hints. A ditch and a fence. Okay, why is this here? There's a fence. Okay, Night Watch I think is the one that I'm currently reading slowly. Oh, here's the ditch! There you go. I'm trying to see if it's in there. Oh, I really don't like the wizards. I really cannot stand Discworld wizards. I think it's through here, maybe. How do we get there? That's okay, not animal tested. One of the tricky things, though, with both Discworld and Le Guin is that they have a lot of variety. Le Guin writes children's fantasy. She writes super brainy science fiction for grown-ups. She writes fairy tales. She writes folk tales. She writes anthropological studies. She writes just about anything. I'm just looking around. Hold on. Okay. There's the star. Alright. Trying to get a sense. There's a fence. Sense for the fence. Okay. How do we get to the fence? Through there. So I have to open the thing. Well, I will say the Wizard of Earthsea feels much more like digging into the folklore of another world than wizards casting spells, even though it does have wizards and it does have spells. Let's see. I think I probably want to open that. How did I do this? Okay. Ah! So I think what I did here is I was like, stand on my head. Or put the thing on my head. And then I'll come up here. And jump on the box. And maybe the thing is tall enough. To open the door. Okay, let's try that. Because I suspect I have to solve this. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is go down here. Meanwhile, Lauren there is gonna pick up that thing. Oh wait, no, I need to pick up that thing. Herp. Okay, so Lauren there is gonna be like, alright, I'm gonna take that thing and I'm gonna hook it up to that and to that. Then I'm gonna come here and stomp on your head. Or maybe I will even put the box on your head. And stomp on your head. No, I'm not going to stomp on your head. No, I'm going to put the box on your head and I'm going to put the thing on your head. On the box. On your head. And then we're going to go up here. And I'm going to stand here and be like, yeah, it is totally tall enough with 2 boxes. And the thingum. We're going to do that. Yeah. Yeah. And then it's like... That's the sound effect. It's official. And then I'm going to run through there. And I'm going to have to figure out from there what I'm going to do to get the star. Okay. Alright. So then we're going to, like... put this down and go do this. Alright. Okay, I got this. I don't got this. I bet I've overlooked something really obvious. There's Lauren being like, oh right, I want to put the pizza box on my head. Alright, pizza box on your head. Wait, no. You. And you. And we put that there. And then I'm gonna, like, wait. So there's something significant about the fact that this door is purple. And we're gonna go through here and figure out what's going on. Yeah, okay, so... how on earth am I gonna get through there? This is a big... oh, where does this take me? Oh, no! No, guys! This is purple. And this is purple. There's so much purple. How on earth am I gonna get through here? Can I, like... push it over the wall here? No, I can't do that. Can I, like, stand on a box and pass a box over? Oh, man. Oh, that was some close timing. Okay. Oh my goodness, guys. I am not entirely sure what it is that I'm going to be able to do here. You know, like the purple makes it hard and complicated. So what is this? Oh, that's where I want... how am I going to get a box there when there's... okay, where's there a thing that's not purple? Okay, that is probably too tall. Actually, let's see. If I stand on the box and carry myself somewhere, where can I... Is there anywhere I can carry myself? Yeah, I know the purple is a dead end. So what else can I do? It doesn't appear that there's anything that I could like carry myself to walk to jump around through or anything, you know? Like, it seems to me pretty clear that I want to have a box here. Then I climb up there and then I pick up the box. And then I think I want a box. I think all I need is a box to hop that fence. I don't know. Those things I'm not sure about anything. Okay, so yes or no question, tiny hint. Do I have everything I need to solve this puzzle to solve this star within this puzzle? Oh man, check that out. I just ran right over that. I suppose the like in character reason, in universe reason is that you just step over it. But okay. So I have everything that I need to solve this puzzle in this puzzle. Okay, yes or no question. Are there any interactable objects that I haven't found or seen yet that I can access? Basically what I'm trying to figure out is... Okay, so there's nothing else here but what I've seen. Okay. What am I gonna do? Like, part of me thinks that I wanna... We're gonna try this again. Okay. So you put it on my head. Maybe you put the box on my head, and then you jump on the box. And you're like, I don't even need... things. And then you're like, alright, I'm tall. And I'm like, yes, you are. Are you tall enough to jump that fence? Wait. No, the purple thing goes all the way through. Go through. Wonder if I can jump on... I don't know. Wait, no, hold on. I bet that I'm gonna want... This isn't gonna work. I don't know. At this point, I don't know what I'm doing. We're just gonna do some mad experimenting. Alright. This is not gonna have us be tall enough. But we're gonna try anyway. Darn it! Okay. That did not work. I didn't really think it would, but just in case. Alright. Hold on. Let me think through first, because I feel like I've just begun. So one thing that I didn't do the first time around is use this crystal gem in the past. How could I use the crystal gem in the present? Or how can I use the crystal gem in the past to make it work? There's something very significant about the placement of the purple. I can't figure it out. Okay, well, I'm gonna set this up again. Alright. Alright. Oh no, Weaponized Soul! I forgot to turn off my hosting. I've been live for about half an hour. Oh no! I need to remember to turn off host a few minutes before I start live. Sometimes I remember. Today was clearly not that day. Okay, so past Lauren, or future Lauren will have put the stuff on. And so then this Lauren comes up here and is like, yeah, I'm doing that. And then future Lauren is gonna take, I don't know what I'm doing. What can I possibly use past Lauren's crystal gem for? I don't understand. Well, we're just gonna do this for a while so I can scope things out back there. Oh yeah, we were talking about fantasy books, but I guess you weren't there to hear my opinions on the fantasy books. Oh man, I need to clean off my my computer. It's overheating a bit because it's got cat fur like crazy. Yeah, it is super loud. I don't know if you guys can hear the sound of my computer. Come on, computer, I believe in you. Alright, let me try to do this a bit while I'm stalling for time is what I'm doing right now. For future Lauren's sake. I might as well try to get this computer to not overheat quite so badly while I'm at it. So I'm going to be in Texas this summer from the sounds of it. Unless I decide to go visit other places, which I might just, you know, I don't know. And then hopefully move to Toronto. I don't know. Okay. Alright, that's probably sufficiently stalled. Alright, we're going to do this. Let's see if I did this wrong. Alright, now this is this Lauren who is going to... I don't know what that's going to accomplish. But we're going to do this. We're going to put this... Is that going to be tall enough? Is that going to work, or is that going to fall off? No, put it up there. No, put it up there. Can I not put it up there? Welp. Cool. All that was for nothing. Tragically, that whole stalling for time thing did nothing. Come on, Lauren! Okay, put the thing on here. Alright, so I'm gonna put the thing on here. The thing's on here. And then I'm gonna be all... Rah! I'm on the thing! On the thing! I know, right, Blue Glass? So it's not just me. It was supposed to be able to go on the box, although I don't know if that's what I actually ultimately want it to do. I think that is. What else could I possibly do? I don't know what else I can do with the crystal gem, and I feel like the crystal gem is a big part of what I'm missing here. Oh man. Okay, well, the computer seems to be overheating a little bit less, but it's still pretty noisy. Do you guys have cats? Do you have to worry about your computer overheating because of cat fur getting into everything? I should probably grab some tweezers and pull off these dust bunnies. Why are they called dust bunnies anyway? There's a person who watches on YouTube who always has the answers to everything. Who's probably going to be like, well, Lauren, you see, the history of the term dust bunny dates back to the 16th century. I don't know. Anyway. We're gonna give it 2 minutes. Maybe. Maybe. Somebody told me there's a way to speed up the time. But I don't know what it is. And why start now? Why be efficient now when you could just be inefficient? I'm Lauren. I do inefficiency. Okay. Now, we're gonna take this. Did I do it right? Did I do it right? Maybe I did. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'm gonna put that there. What else is there to do? Like, I feel like, oh, maybe it's not that I want, though, you know? Like, maybe it's not the fence at all. Do I want the fence, or do I want something entirely different, guys? Because there's this whole extended space here. Actually, yeah, I am asking. Do I want the fence? Which looks like I could jump over it if I had a box to stand on. Or do I want something else entirely? I feel like there's something obvious here I'm failing to grasp. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it, and it's most frustrating because this is our final star, and then we will have starred the stars. The obvious doesn't seem to work. Try approaching your goal from a different direction. Okay, well... Let's see, is there a way I can hop over this way? I wonder if I can jump over that fence, actually. We're gonna try that. Hey, Kath! Okay. Okay, we're gonna take you, put you here. We're gonna take this, and we're gonna go down here. And then future Lauren is going to put the box on here and then jump on the box. And then I'm going to buy future Lauren a little time to jump on the box, to miss her jump, be like, oh, come on, Lauren. And then we're on the box. We're going to go up here. And we're going to jump here. And then we're going to see whether that's tall enough for me to jump over there. We'll find out. Okay, that's probably enough time. Alright, pass Lauren. Get over here, pass Lauren. Pass Lauren's got to do her job, though. That's alright, pass Lauren. I can't really fault you for it. Alright, pass Lauren. We'll find out. Is this enough? We'll find out. It's very exciting. If this is the solution, that's going to be kind of hilarious. Alright, that was pretty easy. Nice. You can totally take the fan apart, but why would you? Well, I'm glad to know that actually it was really easy. So that's the last star, folks. That means we've got to find the star chamber for here. We can unlock the last star chamber, and then there's this mysterious 6th floor. Does anybody remember what the here we go. Yes, we're gonna rescue Princess Peach. Exactly. Does anybody remember what there were 2 digits that I got from the previous star doors? 8, 8. Thank you, Blue Glass. That is exactly what I was asking. Okay. Gonna continue with the symmetry. That's not gonna work. What if we did... Well, maybe. That. And that. No. What if we... I'm sorry, guys. I don't know that's what. I don't know why that's what we're doing. I just know that that's what we're doing. For better or for worse, that's what we did. Okay, what if we didn't do that? What if we did... oh, no. No, 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 no. 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 That's not gonna work. We can't do that. Maybe we'll just turn off part of this again, because that usually works, you know? It's like, when in doubt, just make the whole thing smaller. And then you have a smaller space to work with, and it works better. See? I actually don't know if this is going to work better, but we're doing it anyway. That didn't work. Okay, well, what if we did that? No, that's not going to work. And this? Nope. Nope. Folks, it's not working. No, there's another part of the tower, though, we think. I think there's another part of the tower that we haven't done yet. What happens if we do this? Oh no, that's not gonna work. What if we do this? Oh, that's not gonna work either. Darn it! To heck. To heck with you. Heck. Heck. Dominu. Dominu. Oh, ah. Bye, Stolen Light. It was good to have you here for a little bit. I hope that you have a good night. Be good and don't get into any crazy shenanigans. This goes here. No, you can go there. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. This decidedly didn't work. Let's try again. What if we do... that. And then this. At this point, it's just like a total shot in the dark. I feel like if I were very good at solving things in video games and stuff, I would be like, no, I'm being so smart. Look at me smart this thing through. But alas, I did not smart this thing through. Yeah, I was trying to do the mirrored thing. I tried doing a completely mirrored thing and it didn't work. See, this is exactly what I did at the beginning. Probably... Domine, Domine, Nua, Domine. I'm good at this. Alright. When my powers combine, I'm like, oh my gosh! Hello, Math Effect! Are you the math of Math Raid? Thank you, everybody! I'm excited to have a raid. This is unfortunately not the most exciting thing to raid. But, oh no, Kath. But it looks cool when I do this shape, doesn't it? We are trying to figure out... We are near the end of this fantastic game, which I seriously cannot say enough good things about. I'm the most exciting thing to raid. I don't know. It's kind of... I don't know that I would say this is a math game. It's definitely a logic game. Talos Principle. This is the last star door. We are stars in the night sky. Ay, ay, ay. No, I mean, you can't tell how cool it is because, hold on. If you just look at the game without knowing, no! No, that's not the one I want to do. So the game itself, the primary gameplay is solving kind of logic puzzles with like time travel and spatial reasoning and stuff. None of which are things that I normally think of myself as being good at, but it's such a good game. The writing is fantastic. I have cried. You can tell them, guys. I've cried a whole lot while playing this puzzle game. Right, I have. So we beat the game and cried, and now we are... Oh, are we onto something? I don't know who Math Effect is. I'm not good at keeping track of people's internet names. Please forgive. Oh, okay. Then I do know who you are. Hi. Yeah, no, the Gregorian chant, so it kind of draws inspiration from... I did beat it, Weaponized Soul, but we're gonna unlock extra stuff. Oh no. So the game is kind of intentionally calling up, or recalling, hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to like solve math stuff and also, or solve Tetris stuff, which I'm bad at to begin with, and also answer questions and think about this game. No, not yet, Blue Glass. I'm not yet at the point of sheer frustration. No, I don't think I would like The Witness. I really don't like Jonathan Blow. I got really angry at, the other game that he made. So I don't know that I want to have anything to do with anything else he makes. If that makes sense. No. I don't know, guys. But yeah, so this game has excellent writing and storytelling, and the music, as you can tell, is really lovely. I want to be able to show you guys a bit more about why this game is so good, although what we're about to do, if we can unlock this door, is going to be major spoilers. Yes, he's the guy who made Braid. That's the game that I don't like. Oh, this is a bad idea. You can't do that, Lauren. Okay, so we're going to do this. I've done this before, though, right? Yes! I thought that Braid was one of the most pretentious, misogynistic pieces of crap I'd seen in a while. Tell us how you really feel, Lauren. Well, I'll tell you. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Darn it, I'm so close! See, like, this game has an incredibly compelling and powerful story that it didn't even need to have such a powerful story, but it does. And it's not pretentious, even though it does a whole lot. Like, this game could very easily have been extremely pretentious. But it's not, because it's amazing, and the people who wrote it are incredibly intelligent, and they don't have anything to prove. They're not trying to massage their own ego. I'm sorry, I really, 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 really strongly disliked. And then people are like, no, you're just... There's actually a secret deep story underneath the horribly misogynistic piece of crap story. Yeah, I'm having a really hard time with this. I'm not good at spatial reasoning. I've gotten better. So now I can say I'm not good at it, but it's not that it's impossible for me, which I would normally have said. It seems like it should be symmetrical, right? But I tried a bunch of symmetrical stuff. Alright, well maybe we'll try symmetrical again, because I do have fully symmetrical pieces. And usually symmetry is a pretty good way of starting. What if I do this? No, it's okay. I've tried this a bunch. Okay, there's no way that's gonna work. Nope. 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 So that's not it. What if instead... Have I done this? I've probably done this. I think I did this. I bet I did this, didn't I? Here. That's not gonna work. But... what if I did this instead? Did I do this already? I bet I did this already. I bet I did this and it didn't work then either. Okay. No, it's okay. It's tricky. And I take some find it somewhat relieving if other people find these puzzles. If other people look at this and say, oh, this looks like it's actually hard, instead of, come on, Lauren, this isn't the end of the world, you can do it, I believe in you, which tells me, oh, it's not that it's actually that hard, it's that I'm struggling with it. No, Sigma Beta, this game is super good. And it's like stuff that I would normally be like, there's no way I can do this. But I persisted, and admittedly, I got like occasional hints from people. It's Samus's spin ball attack thing. Oh man. Okay. Don't tell me. There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way to beat it. And the Z-axis, yes. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is optional. Even the harder puzzles, like, you eventually learn. People told me that they were optional. Because they are at first, but then they become unoptional. No? Hold up. That's not gonna work. I don't want this. I don't want to have help on our final ever star. It's so anticlimactic. So can I do, I appreciate your vote of confidence and support. See, like... Oh, but the thing is, you have to be really careful about corners, right? Yeah, no, the soundtrack for this game is absolutely worth looking into. It is so beautiful. There's not a ton of songs, but they're all really nice. And now I want to just, like, run and show you, like, the different musics. If I get frustrated enough, we'll just go poke our head into some of the locations so you can hear the music. Like, it's this unnecessarily gorgeous game. And all my regulars are probably tired of hearing me say that, but it's so true. Oh my god, game, what am I gonna do with you? How on earth am I gonna do this? No, that's not gonna work. Well, maybe... no. Oh, no. Let me show you guys. So here's like the primary gameplay.
Come forward, child. Eternity awaits.
Oh yeah. I technically could go and get the bad ending right now if I wanted to. But so like... Here's the game. Oh, I left something going. Does this level have music? No, enough yellow sigils. Awesome, Samsara! Okay, well, ignore the sound effect. I, had some trouble with this. But, like, the music here is, like, kind of, like, oppressive and beautiful and amazing. Yes! Oh, do you want to go to the first world? Like... Oh, man. Like, it's just, look at this. So this is a puzzle game. So you have to try to figure out, with all of these pieces and stuff, how do you solve the puzzle to get the Tetris block, which you then use to unlock stuff. As you have seen the Tetris blocking stuff, although we're doing the super extra bonus Tetris blocking stuff. Where's some some of the outdoor... I mean, just listen to this song. And here's, like, again, the graphics are like this. Although I want to, like, take you to... Here's... Oh, thank you, Jessen! Where's the vocals when the vocals come in here? They're just for a few measures. It's amazing. Or even a few beats. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for it. It's coming soon, I swear. You can hear like just that little tiny bit, that little oh, it's so yeah, so this game is stunning. Okay, what level is it? Where's a level I can show them outdoors? Where's one that's super beautiful outside? Are all of these inside spaces? Oh yeah, so here we've got some snow. The snow levels aren't as beautiful though. Although you can go... No, I want one of the like islands. Let's see if I can find one that looks like... I mean, this'll do. Yes. This is a puzzle game. Look at this. Do you see? When I say this game is beautiful, do you see what I mean? Right? Look! Just like look. And the music and the sound design and just... Isn't it amazing? And the writing is beautiful. Like the individual like words are good, but also the storytelling is great. The characters are great. The story is all told through, you use these computers and you access these little things, which are sometimes little bits and pieces of history, or really, 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 really powerful, beautiful, emotional moments. This one right here is probably, this would be a huge spoiler in a way, but like, this is probably one of my favorite messages in the entire thing because you don't know who sent it. You don't know who they're sending it to. You don't have any of that context and you don't need to because it is so universal. It is about, like, hope and love in the face of inevitable loss. And just, like, this game is all about celebrating, like, the kind of the beauty of human nature. It's just, oh my god. It's so good. So everything is good about this game and you should play it. Alright. Shall we go get a hint and try... Where's my star door? Where's my star door? Star door, where are you? Where are you? Is this the one that I knocked down the door to get to? Yeah. Okay, these are really pretty too. Look at this. Okay. What is that sound? What is that sound? It doesn't sound like a waterfall. Is it the waterfall? Maybe it is. Anyway, it's beautiful. This game is beautiful, and you should play it. Alright. Where's my star door? I really, really want to play Baba Is You, though. Because I'm really intrigued by things that train my brain to do stuff. Okay, Blue Glass, that would make sense. Okay, let's try this! Do you see how, like, the stars, like... Here, hold on. Just in case you missed it. Watch what happens when I come here. You see the stars turn into the tetraminos? Isn't that cool? You should be impressed. I'm impressed. Okay, so the trickiest thing always is what are we gonna do about the corners with Tetris things. No. Mm-mm. No, I don't think we can. But as you can see, like, I keep gravitating towards trying to do it symmetrically anyway. Can I get anywhere blocking off, like, side of it and just be like, okay, you're done? Gosh, is this one really hard? Am I gonna be able to do it on my own? No? Maybe? Maybe yes, maybe no? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it would make sense. So these aren't randomized, they are set. But I still want to do better. Okay. Oh yeah, actually, can you like give me like the corner pieces? So when I put together a 2D puzzle, you put together the crust first and then the rest of it comes together. So can you tell me the 4 corner pieces here? Can you give me the crust? Or at least start with one of the crust pieces, like the upper left crust? See how this goes. If I can solve it from there. I think that would be a very good way of having a little bitty hint. Little bitty hint, rather than straight up solution image. This poor computer. I definitely need to try to get... Do I have the things that I used to... Yes, I do. Okay, well while I wait to hear about the crust, I'm going to... If you'll just bear with me a minute, trying to get some of this cat fur and dust off of the front of my computer so it stops almost overheating. It's loud and it's sad and it's like, what is wrong with you, Lauren? Can't you treat me with some respect? And I'm like, no. Apparently not. I'm sorry, computer. Oh man, and then we're going to try to go into the Forbidden Tower's super secret 6th floor. Let's see what happens there. Hopefully we'll be able to solve all this tonight. If we have to play one more week of this game, I'm going to be a little bit frustrated because I keep thinking we're at the end and then we're not. And like, as much as I like things going on, I feel like part of the problem is that I've been doing a bad job with time management, she says, as she wastes time trying to fix her computer. Box and along on one side. How? So not attach one of these? Like that? Can you like mirror that? Like that? Is this a thing we can do? That didn't work. But you can't fit a box. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm confused. What's in the upper left corner? Okay, go. Place. So interesting, like the... Okay. Just kind of doing at random. That's not gonna work. also not gonna work. Oh, so you say there's one here? Because if that's the case, then there's really only... Well, I guess there are some other options. I guess you could put this guy here, and then... Like this. Nope. I might just go ahead and get a hint because I'm actually getting super frustrated now. In a way I wasn't before. Let's see. Yeah, the other corners, if you don't mind, would probably be a good step for me. Man. Nope. See, like... Okay, blue glass. So opposite the long, meaning in the lower right corner, T with the flat side facing up, or T against the wall here. Let's see. Oh, that doesn't work. And what's in the one remaining corner? Is it this guy? I don't know if it's this guy or not. I just... yeah, because there's no other piece that can be fit there. Oh man. So it's in the upper right corner. Let's see if I can... I'm trying really hard to get this and I'm not getting it. Unless you mean like that? Nope. See, that gives us something to mess around with a little bit. That's not going to work though. Yeah. Not there. See again, like not there. Nope. feel like I'm so close and yet so far. I don't know if I'm going to be able to solve this one on my own, folks. Oh, man. Sure, yeah, where does the remaining box go? That'll make it a little easier for me to keep track of it. Like, does it go there? Oh, man. See, like, I'm trying so hard and I can't figure it out. Okay, so it does go there. Hold on, actually this one didn't get confirmed here. If I'm having a really hard time, that's where I would guess that would go. If something super hard is happening. No, but we need the, there aren't many places in this layout where that could go. No. 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 Oh, but this one right here isn't set in stone either. Let's put this back. No. 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 See, like, I can't quite get it. What am I doing wrong? Oh, man. See, like, I can't figure it out. What am I doing wrong? What do I do to do better? Nope. What do you think, guys? Should we go ahead and give up? Get the image link. Yeah, it would not be unprecedented to do that, but... Thanks, Kath. I don't even know if patient is the right word. Stubborn, certainly. Man. So these are the things that I know for sure are there. Hey Feistel, yep. One of these indeed. Nope. That's not gonna work. Probably Justin, but I don't think very well in terms of that sort of thing, so... Let's see. The tricky thing is figuring out where I have room for this. There aren't many places. It could go here. Oh, I got it! 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 Well, brute force in a way. Tiny bit of logic there of trying to figure out where I could possibly put the long piece. Also with the then question of clearly the thing at the bottom there couldn't have been a T because that would be obvious. Yes, apparently you can learn to do things that aren't. Oh my gosh, guys. 7, so it's 887. Oh my gosh. We're gonna poke our heads around here. Are you ready for major spoilers, everybody? Tetramino! Oh my gosh, is this gonna explain why they're Tetraminos? That'd be great. Like a human eye. Okay, hold on. This is one of those things that makes me feel like I'm not smart enough for this game. The big seeing engine. So is this saying... Big seeing engine. Okay. So the little creature that sits behind his brain, which is the consciousness. So the eye is the machine through which the consciousness observes the world. So... Like, I mean, is it talking about... So I guess like all the telescopes in the world do us no good if we don't use our eyes. And I guess from there, I guess if I'm going to go all English majory on this, all the knowledge and existence and so on in the world means nothing unless you put it into context yourself. Preservation, oh man, okay. Oh, hey, it's Frankenstein. No, it's not Frankenstein. Okay. It's the preservation of the species, not of individuals. No, this is, I mean, this is a good and painful thing to think about, that the perpetuation of the species is what the species is for. I mean, that's why it's so interesting that you have these traits that we are only now in like recent centuries encountering, because they happen later in life, and way back when it didn't matter if somebody had a gene that would lead to this thing happening when they turned 70. If they died when they were 20 or 15 or whatever after having reproduced, that's all they need to do is just keep reproduction happening. Which is interesting and kind of an argument, not to get too like philosophical or such, but like what's interesting here is that they're saying like the design of the deity throughout the whole of nature is for the thing to be perpetuated. So like you as an individual don't matter, because what happens to individuals doesn't matter. It's what happens to the whole species that the species is designed to perpetuate, not to protect one individual heroic figure, but to continue So, like, I mean, because it's one of those things that, like, people... And I think we've talked about this, a bit before, and I think it's hard to avoid discussing theology and faith when you're talking about philosophy, because I think those things are all ways in which we try to make sense of the universe and our role in it. And so, like, why is it that, like, how do people who believe in the power of prayer to heal reconcile that some prayers get answered and others don't? That some things are capable of being prayer healed and some things aren't. Like, that's where I think it's an atheist skeptic website, the God Hates Amputees, about, like, how people can miraculously recover from cancer because of prayer, but they can't miraculously get a limb back through prayer. So, like, why does that happen? Why do some prayers get answered? Like, are some things too big to be prayed away? Just like categorically. And these are questions that people start squirming when you ask sometimes. Like, I don't know if I'm making, like, I don't know how many people we have who are active followers of a faith that believes in the power of prayer to heal. But these things make people uncomfortable. Sometimes they get angry if you ask these questions. And I speak as an agnostic, I guess. Perhaps the most infuriating position to be in. Yeah, just like that's the only assumption you can make. Seriously, if prayers can lead to healing and recovery, and there is a category of people, a category of ailment that has never in recent history been documented as being healed by prayer, then that must mean that prayer doesn't work on that particular individual ailment. And why is that? Is it something that's the fault of the people who have that ailment? Is it a limitation of what prayer is able to do? Like, we can come up with a rule that would make it make sense if we want to, because humans are extremely good at making rules and making sense, as I believe this game has gone into before. But that's why when they keep coming back to, I don't remember what it's called, if that is the Talos Principle, but the like, when all the blood leaves my body, I will be dead. That this game has pulled up on multiple occasions. They've referenced that, because no matter how much you pray, and there are people who think that, like, prayer will heal any ailment. If you are bleeding to death and the blood is leaving your body, the blood leaves your body, no amount of prayer will keep you alive. Okay, yes, thank you, Blue Glass. That is the Talos Principle. And, like, the kind of, like, uncomfortable thing that you keep butting up against is that, does that mean that there's, is there no prayer healing in that case? If there's a limit, if the deity that offers healing in exchange for prayers can't stop you from dying when all the blood leaves your body, then that deity must not be all powerful. If the deity won't stop you, then the deity is not all loving, or something. Or you can have, like, you know, a faith in which, like, it doesn't really matter whether you live or die, because, like, what really matters is what comes after death. Or the idea of, like, flowing back and forth between life and death, which I'm trying to remember, but some of the Central South American traditional outlooks, like religious outlooks on the world, kind of had that. Now I'm digging back into in undergrad, I took a class on, like, epic literature across the world, and what was that text? So there was one text that we read from India, but then there was, I don't remember what it was, but it has these people, like, and they keep like dying, and it's okay that they die, because, like, they'll turn into a tree and then their spirit will come back, and this just happens, so it's not a big deal. And there are some of the cultures that had sacrifice, like human sacrifice, as part of their, because it's not the end of the world, we're going to kill this person and use their blood, but that's okay, their spirit will be back doing something, so it's like not like a permanent thing. Which, when you view it that way, like that's something that's so interesting to think about with different cultures, and why I think it's so important to study cultures outside of yours. And I hope you guys are all right with the fact that we're just going to just talk about these things, but I'm Lauren, and I guess if you weren't okay with me just kind of rambling about this sort of thing, you probably wouldn't still be here. So, if you are only exposed to your own culture, I think you kind of take for granted that the way you think about life and death that's just how life and death is. That's just how humans think about life and death, which is not actually necessarily the case. So as a child, I was horrified by the Egyptian obsession with death. Like, it just like felt like nightmarish to me. But if you view what happens after death as being this great, like, that's where you want to go, that's the eternity, that's what matters, then, like, you're going to think the whole time about the delicious thing you're going to have after you get done with what you're doing right now. It's like being in class right before dinner, when you've got like a 3-hour-long class right before dinner, because that's always, like, everybody has at least one semester where you have a class right before dinner. It's 3 hours long, and you wind up just sitting the whole time thinking about what you're going to eat for dinner. You don't really pay attention to the class, you know? Like, your notebooks are just full of what you might eat. And I guess maybe now in the day of having like, everybody has cell phones in their pockets, maybe you're like on your phone trying to figure out where you're going to eat or looking at recipes or something like that, but you're like obsessed with, fixated on that and not where you are now. And it's kind of like that, where it's like life seems in a way inconsequential because it's just one part of the existence and it's the one that doesn't matter so much, which I think is part of some of the really dangerous mentalities that we have here in the US, at least. I don't know about the rest of the world, where you have people who don't care about climate change and don't care about any cost to the world or animals or people at large or anything like that, because they're like, nothing that matters, nothing that happens here matters. This world is our playground. It was given to us. It doesn't matter on account of anything outside of our needs. So why should we care that we're destroying the planet? The planet was given to us to do whatever. And I'm like, even from that perspective, don't you think it's kind of rude if somebody gives you a thing and you just take a dump in the floor? Like, come on. At the very least, show some degree of respect for this world that you've been given. If you view it as a thing that was given as your plaything, at least you're not a child anymore, so don't be a grown-up version of, like, the kid who you give a doll to, and the kid pulls the head off the doll and starts smashing it against things and breaks it into shatters, and you're like, okay, well, kid, I guess I'm not gonna give you any more toys. If you're just gonna destroy everything I give you, you gotta show some respect. Or people who just don't care because, regardless of prophecy, they're like, oh, well, whatever's happening is not a big deal, 'cause the world's gonna end anyway and we're gonna get what we want, so we don't care about what happens. And it's funny and frustrating for me because ostensibly these are people who are supposed to believe in the importance of compassion. I don't know. So that's a whole thing. So yeah. We have, especially in Western society, this idea of the importance of the individual, the one hero. And it doesn't matter how much gets destroyed if our one hero rises at the end, victorious at the story. Doesn't matter how many people get wiped out, doesn't matter whether the culture has been, like, destroyed. It lives on through this one person, and that person is what matters. Whereas, like, I feel like that's not universally the case across all of human existence. Like, there are plenty of... I don't remember if I did or not Serious Inc., but it's not uncommon. It's not even a trope. It's just a way of thinking that I think people don't realize that they're doing, because they don't realize there are other ways of thinking, or they devalue other ways of thinking. And so, like, I don't know. I am still very individualistic. I was raised in a very individualistic culture. But I'm not actually convinced that that's the better choice. I wonder if you can balance the two. I don't actually know if you can. I don't know if there is such a thing as a middle ground between centering the individual and centering the whole. You know? Where, like, it doesn't matter whether our heroes die because their cause, their people, their family, or whatever lives on. Like, I remember finding that kind of off-putting and upsetting as a younger person, like consuming Japanese media as one does when one is as a nerd. And like, you couldn't always count on the good guys living, but sometimes even if the good guys died, like, it could still be considered a successful, victorious ending, and in a way that, like, was less about the sacrifice than I think if you have something equivalent that is American produced. So, I don't know. Again, I think it's really, really, really beneficial to understand that cultures outside of your own existence, that perhaps the culture that you were raised in and the values that you hold are not necessarily, well, are certainly not the only way to be, and also perhaps not necessarily the best answer. And I mean, it's ultimately up to you to decide what you think is a good answer, like how you define good. I have not played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, although I have had people tell me that I should play them because they are emotional games. Surprisingly, because Mystery Dungeons aren't usually emotional character-based stories, and Pokemon games are not usually emotional character-based stories. So the fact that you combine those powers and you get something that is supposedly emotional character-based, if I hadn't heard that from several people, I don't think I would believe it, because it's just surprising. But yeah. So, we're looking at this for a third time. Let's see about the Tetramino, why they have the Tetraminos. Thorough researcher. Does that mean that I've read every single log in the game, I suppose? Saint Eadwald's recently covered writings. Finding divine truths in mathematical concepts. Pantheism. Tetragrammation in the Greek word for God. Huh. Huh. I'm not familiar with this at all. So I guess the implication there is that we have the Tetraminos in this game. Hey, Ampy! That have to do with... Well, basically, like, why is a game, why is something that is like all these different spiritual, like, important, religious belief, locations, I don't remember what the word, my brain is still not quite 100%, but like that we have these holy sacred places, and then we have Tetraminos, and I was like, well, alright, that seems kind of out of place, but okay. But apparently it is not. Apparently that too is a religious reference. So let's see. Oh man. So there won't be any messages on any walls here. Nexus. We're not actually going to try to solve any of these, don't worry. Oh man. How exciting. That it just assumes a basic, like, the default thing here. Oh wait! Here I hope to discover a way of better serving others. How would your faith take you when... I mean, I guess getting the stars isn't directly counter to what Elohim tells you to do. Yeah, no, I imagine that they're pretty fun and exciting and interesting, but I really want to... I may come back to them. Perhaps as training. Oh my gosh, Unreachable Garden. Perhaps as training for the road to, what is it? DLC that we may get at some point. I'd like to play the DLC at some point. Hopefully not so far in the future that I have forgotten how to play the game and how to think about things. Oh, does it have a lot of things that'll blow you up, Blue Glass? Because those are my least favorite. So 887 is what we want. Cobweb. That is a really interesting... Why cobweb? I bet it makes sense. Cobwebs develop when something sits still. These are things that aren't sitting still. I don't know if that's what they mean. Yeah, Road to Gehenna. Oh, there's another one of these. Yes. I believe I picked that same one, but thank you, Cyber. I'll have to tell him that his message popped up here. Alright. Well, shall we head to the tower? Oops. I'll have to wait on the elevator. Okay, I got some of the dust off my computer and it's no longer overheating. Or at least it's not overheating quite so much. So that's good. Alright. Oh, I guess I could have shown them this too when I was showing off how beautiful this game is. How do I get 6? How do I activate 6? I guess I have to get to 5? If I go to 5, will I regret it? Oh, the building behind the tower? We jumped into it. There's like this little building right here. Yeah, there's a star that we did a thing to get to. Yeah, we got through there. There's this whole thing we had to do. Oh my god, I love this game. I love this game! Ah, it's so good. Alright. So, I guess yes or no question, can I access the 6th floor from the 5th floor, or do I have to do something
Tracking
else?
of primary subject has ceased. Initiate. Initiate.
Okay, so I do go to level 5 and find their computer. Okay. Not 5? What floor? 4? Will 4 do? Oh man, even seen through the elevator things. Walls? Are these walls? I suppose they're walls. How did I access the other floors? I think there was Tetris involved. There were computers. I'm sorry, it's been a few weeks. Is this a... no. No, I honestly don't remember, which is disappointing. And I'm disappointed in myself that I don't remember. I thought there was a computer at the end of each floor. Ah! Isn't the perfection one being the product of a mass endeavor? Again, like, it doesn't matter whether your one robot self makes it or not, as long as somebody eventually does to the perpetuation of the species. Thank you, the shepherd. There were computers. Is it the one in the back? Behind building B or whatever it is? Is that the computer that I want to get to? Man. No, it is in the tower. Is it... which floor is it on? Ooh, look at these.
Listen to me well, child. Do not ascend the tower. You are not meant to go there. Your purpose lies in the Garden of Worlds.
Ah, yes. 5 is just the way that you get on to get to the rest of the end of the game and so on. Alright, well, I don't remember how to get to the computer in any of these. Do I have to solve the puzzle to get to the computer at this point? Hi, computer, I see you. How do I get to you? And if so, is there a puzzle I can solve easily to get there? Oh wait, no. No. I don't remember. So I guess I do want to get... Gate opened when I first solved it. Where did that gate open? I guess I will investigate. Yes, hello, friend. I'm not sure I see a gate to get to it. Is this one not open? Did it reclose? Haha! Investigate indeed. Should I, well, that's open, actually. How do I... Is it open? No, it's not open. Okay, it would appear that there is a way to get to it, but I don't know what that is, so, apologies. Is it through here? Outside the main puzzle. Okay. We'll do outside the main puzzle and around this way, which is not the way we came before. Ah! Okay, perfect. Okay. Device manager. Device manager. Floor access control. Floor 6. It's 887. Right? Code accepted. Unlocking. Yeah, the music is always good. The game is good. Everything about the game is good. Alright, shall we go to floor 6, friends? I don't know what awaits us on floor 6. I don't know if we're gonna have to, excuse me, solve more puzzles, or if there's gonna be like a developer dance party. Wait, it's going down. Guys. Oh. Oh, well, not ominous in the least. We're gonna, investigate the corners. That looks like one of...
My beloved child, few have given themselves so purely to my cause. Fewer still have learned so much of the mysteries of my garden. Therefore, you may choose to be elevated, to stand by my side and become my blessed messenger in eternity. But know that this is a sacrifice that cannot be undone.
Ah, okay. So first you have to solve the gray puzzles. And then you would have to start the game entirely over. If you wanted to play it again, you couldn't revert, is what they're saying. So that's a teleportation thingy. Oh, okay. They're just playing up the drama of it. Haha. Sorry, Elohim. Although that is actually what Samsara does, or not Samsara, the shepherd, right? That's what, like, this whole thing is, like...
My child, you may go freely to all the worlds of my garden. But if the tower tempts you, be wise. Do not let yourself be misled by doubt.
I was not misled by doubt. There's a difference between... Yeah, well, like, even Alexandra saying, was it worth it at the end for me to have sacrificed myself and my time, the last of my time, instead of being with the ones I love, doing this thing, trying to do what's good for humanity. Whereas, like, we look back and say, yes, she did the right thing, because we know that there is an ending. we know that in the end, we walk on. Yeah, well, even though, like I guess I can't view Elohim as like a bad guy anymore, if that makes sense. Because he's not like he's not trying to sabotage you in a way. Like he's even like helping. I mean, his job is to train you up to eventually be able to leave this place. And so when you stay behind to help Elohim, you and then you become one who can give hints. You're still helping with that same end goal of like being part of the larger masses, all like trying and failing and trying and failing to eventually have somebody rise up on their shoulders. So let's take that away as a lesson from this game. Let's take away the lesson of stand on the shoulders of others around you and understand that others will stand on your shoulders, and sometimes you have to think outside of just yourself to consider what's the right thing to do. It's funny, my mom makes this big production about being really, really, really into recycling. To the point where she puts things in her recycling bin that can't be recycled, and I've tried talking through that with her. That it's actually counterintuitive and destructive to put things that can't be recycled in the recycling bin. Like that sort of thing is actually part of why recycling is like becoming not entirely feasible in America, because people don't follow the instructions. And like if your end goal is to make recycling happen and help save the environment, then you should do the things that will lead to that result. And it's perplexing why this person who makes such a big production about how she believes everything should be recycled, to such a degree that like she has 2 recycling bins. Like she has you wheel out the trash thing and you wheel out 2 recycling things because she's so gung-ho about recycling. But like she still orders packages all the time, and at some point she was like, oh, I should get you cotton balls to like wash your face with, because people do that. And I was like, no, I'd really rather not use cotton balls. I can just use a washcloth that I wash, like reusable, not going in the trash. And like we had this conversation back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth because she didn't believe it. And like ultimately, like, and I love my mom, but the thing that I have to realize is that it's not actually that she wants what's right for the world. It's not actually that she wants to save the world by recycling. It's that she wants to feel good about doing this. So putting more things in the recycling bin makes her feel like she's doing more good, and she doesn't want to hear that that's not helpful, because then she won't feel as good, and she doesn't quite get the reduce part of reduce, reuse, recycle. She doesn't quite get the reuse part. And I think that you have here somebody who does care about people largely, but she does care about the world. But people aren't willing to make small sacrifices. Small sacrifices. Don't use disposable cotton balls to wash your face. It's a pretty small sacrifice on the scale of things. Like, get a special cloth and throw that cloth in the wash when you wash your clothing, and it's probably better. Or compost. We don't compost things here. But people aren't willing to make small changes to their lives. So they do something else so they can still get the emotional feeling of doing good. Because it's not so much about actually achieving as how they feel. I don't know. It's something I've been really frustrated with over the past few days. Yeah, well, if you like apply like toner or makeup removal or stuff like that to your face, then most people use cotton ball, or one of those little like they're not like the floofy ones necessarily. They're supposed to be these flat ones, because the idea is that it's cleaner, it's more sanitary. If you're going to clean your skin, you don't want the impurities of it on a washcloth. Oh, it's so harsh. So get a softer cloth and just wash it regularly. Yes, so the straw band thing is a separate issue, and that's an issue that I think people have talked about a lot. But again, it's the feeling of doing something without actually looking at what actually needs to be done and what will actually solve the problem. I don't know. I want to not be hopeless. I want to believe that things are going to be okay somehow. I was reading this article today on a Chrono Trigger and what we can take away from Chrono Trigger and climate catastrophe. And yeah, I got a sunburn because I was out playing Pokemon Go and I was really trying to take down a raid. I was out in the sun at like noon. I'd like to think there's hope. And this was kind of talking about what the heck? Oh. Somebody tried calling me. But it was kind of talking about whether people are able to make changes and if there is hope, and if the chance is still really small, we should still take it. We should still try. And like it ends with like this line where like I don't know if it's like Robo, but one of the characters says to the other character, so you're gonna like travel through time trying to find a way to stop the unstoppable monster. And the response, which I think is from Luca, is I don't know, it's saying I don't know how far we'll get, but that's the plan. And I think that, I don't know, you're not going to accomplish anything by doing nothing. And you might not accomplish anything by doing something, but you're more likely to accomplish something, you know? You're more likely to make things better in some way if you do something. Hey, Toroko King! So that's kind of my thinking. And I think Alexandra in this game is a good example and inspiration of that. Of, like, we have no idea if this is even going to amount to anything. We don't even know if this can amount to anything. But we might as well do something that seems like the best choice we have. So yeah. Well, welcome to Roko King. I don't know if you've seen any of my streams or if you just happened to pop by because you were looking for Talos Principle streams. But we have nearly done everything. I don't think I'm going to get the gray blocks. I may decide later that I want to go back and get the gray blocks. But I think that I'm going to call it. I'm going to call this game done. We may get the DLC. There's apparently a sequel. I don't know how a sequel could possibly work. Yeah, please forgive me if my sunburned shoulders. I'm here like I put aloe on it and now the aloe is coming off. Oh, well, hello. Is your name a reference to Cave Story? It's been a while, so I might be misremembering the character names. Oh, are you Weaponized Soul? I wasn't sure. For some reason I thought you'd been here before. What brought you here? Have you left YouTube comments and that's why your name looked familiar to me? Okay, okay, so it is a cave story reference, so I'm glad. Because I liked that game. Even if I'm never going to be able to play it myself, I'm glad I got to watch someone else play it so I could see the good ending, because the good ending is vastly more satisfying. I'm glad that it's set up the way it is, but also as somebody who has an extreme difficulty with games like that, I don't think I could do it myself. Of course, we'll see. Maybe we'll play Hollow Knight, and that's got some 2D platforming elements, as I understand it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so Talos, we are functionally done with the game, if not officially, technically done with everything there is to do. We've gotten almost everything. Came pretty close to 100%ing. And I'm not a 100%er, but I think that this game was worth the time. And I don't know what replaying this game in the future is going to be like. I mean, every game I've played on stream for the past 3 years now has been through a very challenging period in my life, and just every time I feel like things have settled somewhat, something goes wrong, something happens to kind of take away the stability. Whether it's like, you know, a breakup and a divorce, or moving, or a toxic work situation, or in this case, the loss of Nox. So I think that Talos, I will, because I tell you guys, like, I can't go back and watch my previous streams, because for you, you're experiencing somebody else's emotions and someone else's experiences, and there's that degree of separation where I think it kind of feels like it's almost like a story, like there's a meta story on top of the game story, because in a way I think in your eyes I'm a character, even if you know that I'm a person. There's still, like, I'm kind of filling the role of a character with my story that you're following. But for me, if I were to go back and watch these streams, I would watch and I would see Nox healthy, and then I would see me learning that Nox was sick, and then I would watch myself repeatedly break down about Nox dying. And I don't know that I'll be able to separate Talos Principle from Nox dying, because there were so many times that I just had to stop and cry on stream and tell you guys how I was doing in that regard. And as I've said many times before, I think in a way, as hard as a divorce is, I don't think anything as bad as a death. But I don't know, maybe I'm glad that my life is recorded, if only because the good moments are still, like, after Nox passed, people were able to send me clips of Nox on stream doing things, and it's like I'm extremely fortunate that I have documented these memories and these experiences, and I feel very fortunate that I'm able to share these things with people. I feel like my, I don't know, I feel in my heart that I need to be observed. I need an audience in order to exist, or I'll simply cease to exist. And I don't know that everybody has that. I think that there are people who perhaps, maybe they enjoy attention, maybe they enjoy company, but I don't think that they necessarily crave it or even feel like they require it the way I do. But for better or for worse, without having been seen, I can't say that I have existed. So maybe that's part of why I find it so compelling that the team that made that Alexandra's team in this game, and yes, I'm actually tying this back to the game so it's on topic, that they have to prove that we were here. Even if we are no longer here, being able to say we were here and know that something lives on so that we can be seen. Look upon my work, ye mighty in despair. Something like that. So I guess I'm grateful to be seen and to feel like I matter and my cat matters. So, no, not yet, Toroko. That's probably going to happen next week. But we'll get there. So yeah, I'm going to probably start doing some streams where we talk about mental health and philosophy and things like that, just because that's something that I find really interesting. And we went off on a tangent about it last week. And I got a decent response where people said that they wanted to talk about that stuff. So I don't know, maybe that'll be some Monday coming up, and I'll let people know what it is. The first topic people want to talk about, I think, kind of, is the idea of kind of branching off of our conversation about forgiveness, kind of in a way forgiving yourself, and absolving yourself, and moving on and that sort of thing. And I don't know, we'll see. And I like that Talos, because yeah, no, Talos has a very good soundtrack for having conversations like this. But I have, in my head and in my heart, hours and hours spent listening to this music and crying, it feels like. So as beautiful as it is, and I feel like it's a worthy game for heartbreak and loss. It's all about heartbreak and loss and finding meaning despite that, and that's been really powerful for me during a time in my life when I've really needed that. Because I was already wrestling with depression before Nox even got sick. So yeah, this is me kind of rambling, I guess. I feel like anything there is to say about Talos, I've said about it. I'm extremely grateful to have played this. I'm glad you guys have been here with me. I don't know, I think I'm going to take some of the lessons from this game and continue to chew through them for a long time. I mean, there are games that I take apart the characters and the story kind of like from like the writing perspective, like as somebody who has taken apart characterization and narrative and that sort of thing. I can do that, like Final Fantasy X lends itself very well to that. But this game isn't, I mean, it has characters, but that's not really what it's about. It's interesting. It's like it's an allegorical philosophical text in the form of a video game instead of an oral or written piece. So, thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for your patience, despite my heartbreak and my sadness and my unreliability, and all of that. Maybe 2019 will become a year in which I find stability and I do things that I intend to do, and I stream regularly and things take off and things get better and I finish my book. Maybe that's actually going to happen. Oh, and our light just went out. Okay, so that light only lasts for about 2 hours. Well, that's good to know. But I don't know. This is too sad. I can't be here during this music. This can't be the music that I say goodbye during. You know? No. We'll go here. It is a depressing song out there, and it's supposed to be, and there's like a little bit of hope in the depression or in the sadness, but oh no, this song's not any better, is it? Oh no. Yeah, I might blue glass. Thank you for that. I'm just gonna stand here. Okay. This is a much better note to end on, I think. But, next week, on Thursday, I think, so we'll be playing Tacoma to finish up the, science fiction, AI talky talk, looky look, figure out what happened, puzzle solving, experience. And then from there, from the sounds of it, we're going to be playing Metal Gear Solid. Enough people have expressed interest in that, even if my my Metal Gear Solid experience that I share with you guys is going to be a weird one. But I think it'll be... Oh, I feel so much better with this music. That was really draining. It is amazing how music like really affects our mood, isn't it? So, yes. Thank you For those few of you who have persisted in watching all of these on YouTube, thank you for your patience. I know it's a weird stream. I appreciate that people have stuck with me despite playing weird, obscure, or indie games instead of, I don't know. For the people who recommended this game, and I was skeptical because I don't like puzzle games, you were right. Thank you. I'm very glad we played this. And I look forward to seeing what we do next, where we go next. Or I guess we could have just gone onto the screen, and it wouldn't have been so sad and painful. Well, we could look at our achievements, though. Oh, look, I've only achieved 28 out of 40. Huh. What have I not gotten? Split personality. Communicate with your double. How on earth do you do that? I didn't get that one, right? Laugh at the pointlessness of existence. Oh my god. Do you put your Tetraminos in that shape? Deal with the deceiver? I don't think I made a deal with Milton. Do as you're told for now. Get everything on your own. Yeah. QR reader. Press the serpent. Yes. Oh my gosh. You can shut down Milton? No. Turtle Life, it's not for everyone. Store backup version. Reach the top. Never too late to accept Elohim's forgiveness. Oh wow. That's really cute. Okay, that is fantastic. You spell out LOL with Tetraminos. I think big name games can be really, really good. Like, the Zelda games that I've played have been really good. Final Fantasy X was outstanding. Dark Souls was amazing. So playing Metal Gear Solid will be an interesting experience. But bring the end of your generations. Take it with you. I really am very curious what that is. Listen to all she has to say. I like that it doesn't tell you who she is. So yeah, I got these two. Blessed Messenger, welcome to Gehenna. First Ascension, free admin. Halls of his temple. Not a cube, but let's be honest, it works the same. Stars. I haven't played Pikmin. This is true. I did eventually succeed. Run the sand through your robot hands. That, yes. Break down barriers. Guidance mill, I didn't get that. Okay, so now we're looping. Okay, well. Oh man, interesting. Well, I'm interested in the Milton story paths, but probably not enough to play through the game all the way again. Maybe I will play through the game again at some point because it's really, really good. But I'll have to wait until the puzzles aren't as fresh in my mind. Not that that's necessarily a sure thing with my being what it is. But yeah, we did it! We did it! We played through this game. We did a lot of things. It was good. It was an outstanding game through and through. God, look at how pink my shoulder is. Look at that. Do you see how pink? Look at that. That's super pink. Check that out. Yes, Talos success. We did it. Talos was a success. So next week, Tacoma. I don't know how long Tacoma will last, but I'll figure out how to do Metal Gear Solid by the time we're done with Tacoma. And after that, it will presumably be far enough in the future that I will know what country I'm going to be living in for the next year or two, and life in general. So yeah, I think we've got our work cut out for us. Wind Waker is going to continue. Yes, Wind Waker is going to continue going on Tuesdays. We may even get the creative sprints going again on Mondays. I've been working a little bit on the novel again, and I have to feel like I'm actually like making progress with that. But then maybe we'll be able to do creative sprints, and if nothing else, maybe we'll use some of that time on Monday to have some of our heavy, serious talks. Because I can't get enough of talking about really serious things. Yeah, I've been talking about moving to Toronto for a little while, so we'll see if that happens because I've got my Canadian citizenship. That's why I got my paperwork taken care of for that yesterday, or not yesterday, last year, just in case. So we'll see if that happens. But thank you, Blue Glass, for your help and for coming by. And I should probably shut down shortly so I can get back to the rest of my life because I've got work to do. And then my friend's wedding on Saturday. Yeah, so I'm going to go do that. But if you aren't already hanging out with us on Discord, you are welcome to do so. If you want to see cute photos of cats and stuff, we post those there. All right, Weaponized Soul. Well, hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday, and we will work our way through the rest of the plant place in Wind Waker, the Deku Forest dungeon thing. But yeah, take care of yourselves, everybody, and I will see you sometime next week. Bye.